Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're the end of December. Christmas has been and gone. We actually put the Christmas tree and everything away earlier, which was really nice to get the house back to normal because, well, being a small house, the Christmas tree kind of, it's carnage in like the whole house. I had like the footstool from the living room in the bedroom, and the armchair had to get moved. We couldn't get to one of the spare hoovers and anyway. It's all back to normal now. I can get to things. And I thought I would do a quick video and a bit of a roundup of the year, handbag wise. So I've got some things here to share with you. And I thought what we'd do is we'd go through everything handbag wise only. I mean, I bought this year. Everything I've bought this year versus, and I will talk through as well what I sold this year. I've made some notes. These are on my iPad, just so that I don't forget. I'm going to tell you prices of everything that I've bought as well, just because I think that's useful for anyone that's looking at anything and thinking, oh, I like that. What did you pay? Blah, blah, blah. I will share. There's not a lot of room here. Like basically, like my butt's taking up this much room and the bag's taking up this much. But I'm going to go through with you and show you every bag, bag by bag. So where did I start? I started my first handbag of 2024. I bought on the 16th of January. So we started early in the year. This was going to be a low buying year, by the way. So anyway, we started with this utter beauty. So this is Hermes. So my first bag of the year was an Hermes bag. I've done a whole video and unboxing on this, so check that out if you want to know all the deets. But this is basically my mini Evelyn or Evelyn TPM in the colour New Blue Jean. So they re-released Blue Jean. It's ever so slightly different, but very, very similar. It's got this gorgeous contrast stitching there. And I just love this colour. I love it. The strap is a canvas strap that just matches. I'm not going to get it all out because it's been enough just getting this out the handbag cupboard. But yeah, that is good. Does not go with what I'm wearing whatsoever. But that is the first bag of the year. And in, like I say, in January 2024, this mini Evelyn in Clemence leather was £1,660. And we're going to go through totals spent versus totals of money incoming from selling. For those of you that are regulars to this channel, I don't sell a lot. I don't buy to sell. I don't buy bags as investments because most of them are not. There's the occasional non-quota Hermes bag that you can make money on if it's in the right colour. Other than that, you're basically Birkins and Kellys, and that's pretty much all you're going to make money on from buying new. It's a bit easy to make a bit of money pre-loved if you buy a good price at the right time and sell for a good price at the right time, and it's a desirable item. So basically, bags, not investments. This is how I started off my year with this beautiful bag from Hermes. So we go from that to then my next bag. I went to Bicester Village and I popped to Mulberry and I got this little cutie. Now this I bought in March, 15th of March to be precise. And this is a Mulberry Tiny Softie in the colour Lawn. So it's basically a grass green, as the name Lawn would suggest. This was £195. It's this really sumptuous, soft leather, silver clasp, little handle. For its size, and I do have small handbags, I'm used to small handbags, but when you look at that, I mean, it's got a fair bit of depth to it. No, you've basically got that. So phone, lipstick, maybe AirPods, couple of cards slipped in the back, not in a card holder. That's all you're going to get in this, but quite cute. And it was mainly the colour that I really wanted. I just wanted like a bright green bag. That's what I wanted. This is what I had in my head before I went to Bicester. They had them, I bought one. Like I say, it's £195. So if it is a mistake and I don't wear it that much, it's not the end of the world. is really soft. It is really comfortable to wear. It's a great crossbody length. And it's quite handy if I'm just popping out running errands, if I'm doing like a long walk somewhere and I just literally want keys and phone. Then this is a good bag to use. And I just really want something to go with my real outlandish pink and green Gucci jumper. As you do. So that is bag number 2. Then the third bag that I bought on the 11th of April, completely different. We have this. We have my Margo 15 in the colour taupe, in the pebbled leather, from the Row. This I bought on the 11th of April for £4,070. Yes, £4,070. Doesn't go too badly with what I'm wearing today, actually. It's a gorgeous bag though. I really like to use this. It's got a load of stuffing in because I keep all my bags very well stored. So it's got a load of stuffing in. Very, very minimal branding. You can see a little bit there. But it's just a really nice bag. It's nicely made. It's nice soft leather. It smells good. The handles are really soft. They stand up, but they're soft and there's a bit of give. So it's a really nice bag to use. My work laptop fits perfectly. And this shape of the leather here just kind of hugs the laptop so it doesn't move around the whole bag. So my other belongings sit there next to it. If I could change something, I would probably have it not quite so deep. I would probably, it is quite deep. But it also means that it absolutely fits loads. And I'm quite looking forward to, as I use this more and more, it really likes softening and relaxing and being a slouchier bag as well. But not a slouchy bag where I need to rummage because it opens nice and big. So that was the third bag that I bought. So far we've done January, March, April. What did May bring? Well, May brought this. I had in my head that I wanted like an off-white ivory shoulder bag with a wide strap, and I wanted it in a soft leather, super comfy to wear, and I bought this. It's a really soft, it's got stitching on one side, we'll call that the back. The other side is plain. This is super soft. It's lightweight, it's just material lined. It's really comfortable. This strap is, like I say, nice and thick and soft. And this was £79 from Marks and Spencer's. I basically thought of a bag I wanted in my head. Thought, oh, Marks and Spencer's might do that. Went on their website and there it was. Ordered it. So manifested this in my head and, like I say, paid £79 for it. So what happened next? Well, June is the next month. What did June bring? June bought more Hermes. That's what June bought. So I was looking on Instagram. Saw someone I know on Instagram with a bag in a different colour, in a taupe. And I got it here. So kind of I'm calling it a bag. I am calling it a bag. It is a bag. It's got a fixed shoulder strap, okay? So it is a bag, but it's a bit more on the wallet on chain kind of side of things. So this is another Hermes bag. This is the Hermesnap. So I imagine it's Hermesnap because of this snap closure. Again, a bit of stuffing in there. Really, really simple. One card holder at the front. That's it. The rest is completely plain. This is in black or noir. It is in, as you can see, Epsom leather. Bit of branding just on the poppers there. Adjustable strap. I tend to have it on like the shortest setting actually. So you can wear it on your shoulder or you can wear it. So I don't normally do it that way. I normally do a right shoulder. It actually fits better if you put it on the left shoulder round, but I quite like a high crossbody. So this is a great bag. I did actually use this for a city break. It's so lightweight. It fits more than the Mulberry Softie. Oh. So if we look here, Look at that. Look at the difference. This fits a lot more and it's lighter weight. And it's just black, so it goes with everything. I've got a little short trench coat. It looked amazing with that. Black boots. I was going comfy. It wasn't great weather, even though it was September that I went. So this is a brilliant, right here, nice and secure. If you wanted to sort of try and fit a baggy coat over it, then you can. So I absolutely love this. This was £1,810 from memory. Did I make that? Yes, £1,810, which is an awful lot of money for what it is. But it's an Hermes bag, so it's not a lot of money for an Hermes bag. But should it have been £150 more than this? No. This is Clement's leather. This is, look at all the lovely stitching and hardware and no. Do I regret it? No. Do I ever regret buying Hermes? No. So that was what June brought. Except I wasn't done then in June. One black bag in June was simply not enough for greedy little me. Oh no. We went with this. Radley. I wanted a smart bag that I could use for work, particularly work trips, but also work. I mean, I work in London, so it's all right for me to be a little bit, you know, luxury bag, fashion bag to work. It's okay. There's a lot around, you know, I work in the city. It's okay. But sometimes I want something more formal. Depending on what I'm wearing, if I've got a board meeting or something to attend, you know, I want something more formal. Most disappointing thing about this bag, the two most disappointing things about this bag, the slip pocket is too stiff and too small to actually use effectively. Yes, my travel pass, which is all I really want to put in there, fits in perfectly, but it's not easy to get your hand in and out. I haven't got massive hands. I don't think there's any other bag that I really say that about, and I've got some small bags. So that irritates me a bit. The fact that the handle leather looks different to the main body leather bothers me. It's minor, you probably can't see it on camera. Apart from that, it's perfectly functional. It does exactly what it should do, and I paid £139 for this. So I got it in sale, and it was a good deal. It does what I wanted it to, and that's about as much as I can say about that. Right, we're nearly there. What else happened? So that was it for June, thank God. July. Obviously I was enjoying, I don't think we had much sun at all, but I enjoyed summer in July. I didn't buy a bag. August. Now, what did August bring? What August brought, let's take the Hermesnap off, but it's so great to wear. Brilliant little thing. I wanted a burgundy bag. I wanted like a box leather bag. I wanted a rouge. Basically, I wanted a Kelly 25 Cellier vintage in rouge ash. Didn't want to pay for one, but that's what I wanted. So instead, I bought this beautiful burgundy bag from Sézane, and I paid £345 for this. So it's this shiny calf. You can see the glisten on it. Gold hardware, just opens up, takes enough stuff, doesn't take loads, and it is quite a stiff bag as you'd expect. Back pocket, not great because it's stiff, but I have it better than the Radley one. Can wear it on the shoulder, can wear it crossbody, and again you can see I do like my crossbodies quite high. I don't like too low and swingy at the hip. But yeah, just it's not soft and slouchy enough for what I'm wearing, even though the colour goes. But I just wanted something for the office. But if I have a separate bag for my big stuff in, on my laptop and that, but I just wanted a smaller, comfortable, carefree bag. Now this year we've got the most sort of like basically high street, you know, with Marks and Spencer's, Radley, and this lower end in terms of the Mulberry. You can see I've gone a bit lower end this year. I was trying to have a lower spend year, and sometimes, more importantly than that, sometimes you don't want a luxury designer handbag. There's all, I mean, we've seen a lot about the risks in London, and there's all the risks obviously of theft. But more than that, sometimes we don't want to go out in the rain in it. Yeah, I mean, that's what normally I buy Louis Vuitton for. But we don't always want to go out in the rain. I don't always want to worry about my bag or scratching the corners and going through barriers or whatnot. Sometimes it's nice to have a bag that is not a theft risk, that is not a weather risk, and just does what it should do, you know, like carries stuff. So that is why I have the mix of bags this year. So as well as really wanting a burgundy bag, I also really wanted a chocolate suede shoulder bag that I was specific enough in. Trying to find what I wanted. If you watch my last video, I do basically an unboxing of this. It took me a little while, but my last bag of the year, I actually bought in September. So haven't I been good in October, November and December? Haven't I? We'll ignore the little December Louis Vuitton Murakami pre-order. That doesn't count because I don't have anything to show for it. So that doesn't count. So my last bag of the year, I bought on the 28th of September for £580.50 by the time I'd got a discount. And it is this, my Aesther Ekme Phantom bucket bag in chocolate suede leather. No branding really on it at all from the outside. The only branding I can see are these weird 3 dots. See there? That's it. Doesn't, if you have to open it and see inside for it to say what it is. It's lightweight, it's comfy. This does go with what I'm wearing, I think. Sorry, excuse the stuffing inside, but I wanted to try and keep its shape as much as possible. And that's that really. It's nice and comfortable to use. The little slip pocket inside fits my travel pass, so I don't have to rummage to get that out, and that's probably the only thing I really need quickly on speed. Like I say, when you're in London and you're at a train barrier, you gotta be quick. There's no time to rummage and find your pass and put it through. By then you've got a crowd behind you and people are not happy, and I said before, tutting. The London tut. So that was my final bag that I bought this year. So how much did this lovely lot of goodies cost me? The most expensive, as I said, was this bag from the Row, and then obviously the 2 Hermes bags. In total, I spent, God, this is a low spend handbag year, but let's do it. In total, for 8 bags, I spent £8,878.50. So what did I sell? Well, in March, I sold my Dior book tote. I made loss. Of course, Dior doesn't hold its value. Of course I made a loss, I expected to. But it was more money than I had without selling it. And basically I wasn't really using it. It was beautiful. It was black. It had stunning like red and oranges on it and like grey tones. And it was really beautiful. And I did use it on occasion, but I didn't feel like I was using it enough for its value. I didn't feel like I was really getting my cost per wear out of it. And I'm a tote girl. I love totes. Like I say, I wanted the Row Margo bag, and I thought, you can't, a tote needs to go. So I did sell my Dior book tote, which was in the, what's now called the medium size. When I got it, I think they called it small because it was just like the original really big and that one. Then they introduced what's now the small. So what I bought, what was called the small, is now called the medium. So it was a medium sized book tote in the canvas. So I sold that. Then we were doing a lot of work in the house. I was doing a lot of decoration, and it just, you know, a couple of grand here, a bit there. Things were adding up, and just to make things all a bit more comfortable, I did sell a couple of bags, and there were more reasons than that as well. So the first bag I sold was a great bag. Nothing wrong with this. And this thing, because I've done another video in the past on, I think it's the 12 steps to deciding to buy a handbag or not. I've gone through that. I don't have buyer's regrets hardly ever. So rare for me. I love bags. I know what I want in a bag. And you know, in the collection I've got that I've just shared with you, they're all very, very different. Very different. I've got smart, I've got casual, but they all have a function in mind, if you see what I mean. So, you know, we've got the very smart, functional office bag versus the just chuck in and run an errand, casual, not worry about it, crossbody bag. So they have their own functions in mind. So very, very different. But to me, it works well as a collection. Now, the Chanel Maxi bag I used to love. It used to fit an old, of many a job ago, laptop in. But I found with my recent lifestyle, particularly since COVID and doing a lot of hybrid working, I either need a small bag for just a couple of daily essentials and then a separate bag, like a backpack, for example, for my laptop, or I need a bigger bag that will take all. You know, so for example, these two would work amazing together. Wear one crossbody and have another with a load of stuff in. So the medium-sized bags I find generally work less well for me. Now, this is I managed to flop it and hit myself in the face all in one. Well done. This is a medium-sized bag. But this is a medium-sized bag mainly for casual use and casual wear, not for office wear. Anyway, the Chanel Maxi, I found, she's fine. Bear with. You just sit there like a good girl and don't fall. Right. So the Chanel Maxi bag was almost too big, but not big enough. It was that medium size. It wasn't really working for my current lifestyle. It was great. It was lambskin, but it was proper old vintage lambskin that had patined a little bit. It was really hard wearing. It was a single flap. It was lightweight. It was an amazing bag. I honestly recommend the single flap Maxi over the jumbo. The double flap jumbo particularly can be a bit heavy. If you get it in caviar, it can be quite bulky. And the strap length is just terrible on me, terrible. Whereas the Maxi strap length is between the jumbo and the medium large. Anyway, I go too deep. I sold it basically. I traded that into Designer Exchange, who were doing pretty decent trading values at the time. So it was a buy outright price, no word beginning with C. This is what happens. 47 hits, brain fog is here. Anyway, consignment, that's the word. Wasn't on consignment, it was buy outright price. So I did sell that to Designer Exchange. And at the same time, I don't know what was going on with it. I don't know if like the money coming in went to my head. But I sold a Birkin. I sold my Birkin 35. So I had a Birkin 35 in Epsom Rouge Cassac with gold hardware. Exactly what I wanted. I manifested that bag. I basically told my SA what I wanted, and like within a couple of weeks of me telling him what I wanted, someone in the groups was selling one pre-loved for less than retail, and I bought it. Basically, that's how it went down. Loved her for a while, but and she says with this little Epsom beauty, I don't love, Epsom leather isn't my favourite. It works extremely well on this bag, and I think it works well on the Mini Kelly, for example, because it is so lightweight and holds its structure. But on big bags, I don't like the way it wears. I don't like the way it sort of half flops, and I think that was it for me. I just didn't love it enough, so I sold it. Now, I sold it at a loss of £100 from what I bought it for. I probably could have made more effort and made a bit of a profit on it, but to be honest, for £100 I'd worn it you know, got some use out of it, worn it enough to me warrant that, and I was fine with that. So I sold my Birkin 35. And then in October, after quite a while of trying, I sold my, like I say, it's a hard market at the moment. I sold my Louis Vuitton Coussin for over £2,000. I think it cost me 2,800. At the time of selling them, they were retailing for 3,900. I barely wore mine, and again, it fitted in that medium bag camp. My laptop would fit in it just about, but it wouldn't, the bag wouldn't close with it in it because it was so like on the edge. And I just found that for a fairly big bag, size-wise, a bit like this, not that this is big, but holds deceptively less than it should for its size, is what I mean. So I found that with the Coussin. It was beautiful, and there's khaki lambskin with the Louis Vuitton imprinted on it, you know, the like the monogram. Stunning bag. I really wanted it. Maybe it was a bit of a trend piece. So again, it wasn't a disastrous buy at all, and I was on the fence whether I sold it or not. That's why I was a while selling it as well, because I could have knocked it out cheap, and I was like, no, if it doesn't sell, I'll just keep her. So that's basically what I sold. The grand total of money coming in was £13,975.50. So that gives me a net of 5,097 in the black. So I basically had more money coming in on handbags than I sold on handbags. Big caveat there, on handbags. So yeah, that's what my year looked like handbag wise. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Do we have any particular favourites? Do we have a favourite out of all of the bags? Is there a favourite? For me, probably these two, actually, I think are my favourites. Yeah. Probably then followed by this one. And then, I love this. Big shout out to Chase Amy for doing an Instagram story and showing the larger of the Phantom bags. But I was just like, ooh, because I liked this shape, this coming out at the side shape. So these are probably my favourites. Thumbnail picture. These are probably my favourites of the year. All very functional. And I think I will have them obviously for years to come. This little guy has been probably the biggest surprise in terms of just how great it was for a city break. I cannot tell you enough how brilliant, and yeah, I think I will probably use this again should I go somewhere, because it's just so carefree. And like I say, believe it or not, it doesn't look that big, but does actually hold all of for me, my daily essentials. I don't carry as much as I used to. I think it's just I've got older. I don't have the body strength. I find aches and pains creep in, basically. So I'm quite happier forsaking a compact powder, forsaking other things if it's going to be dry. Bigger bag is required if I need to lug around, like obviously sunglasses, that'd be nice, or an umbrella. But for dry, medium weather, that is brilliant. So yeah, for those of you already, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. That would really help me out. Hopefully you liked the video. Let me know in the comments box below, like I say, what your favourite is. There are separate videos on covering all of these. The Sézane, I think I grouped with the Radley and the Marks & Spencer bag and did like a 3-bag reveal. Everything else has had an individual video on it. So check those out along with anything else on the channel. And I will wish you a very happy new year. And I will see you soon for another video. Take care. Goodbye.